Julian Edelman joins us. We're going to start with Alan Siegel, followed by Maury Hirschford.
Thanks, Jesse. How you doing, Julian?
I'm good. How are you doing? Who's this?
Alan Siegel.
How you doing, Alan?
Fine, thanks. By the way, Happy New Year. Yeah, so shout out over to you too. After Sunday's game, Pete Carroll talked about his team and said, here's a quote, that we're coming to knock the hell out of you when you play us. Obviously, he's referring to his defense and being physical. You've played against them before. From what you saw against their first game, how physical and tough to play is this defense you're going against on Sunday?
Well, I haven't played against them yet, but, you know, Coach Carroll, and just through the history of this team, they've always been a very fundamentally sound, ball-hawking team that will hit you. So, you know, those are probably correct. You know, especially adding Adams over there. You know, he likes to hit, but you know, they're a physical group. They play hard. They play the game the way it should be, and it's going to be a great test.
Thanks, Jules.
Yeah.
Maury Hirschgordon, followed by Mike Reese.
Hey, Julian, on Sunday, you caught your 600th pass as a member of the Pats, one of just two players all time to do so, the other one being Wes Welker. You know, when you hear that stat, you're in that conversation. Just what does that mean to you? How fueling is that for you?
I mean, it's pretty cool. You know, I'm not one to think of those things, but, you know, to come from, you know, where I came from, and I probably would have never thought that with my first rookie OTA here. You know, so it's been pretty cool, and you know, more focused on the Seattle Seahawks, but since you brought it up, it's pretty cool.
Next question, Mike Reese, followed by Chelsea McDonald.
Hey, Julian, the Seahawks defense, their scheme, how do they challenge you guys?
Well, you know, they're, like I said, they're a very fundamentally ball-hawking team. They're fundamentally sound. You know, Coach Carroll, he gets them hyped, and they just play sound defense. They kind of do what they do, and Coach Carroll's the first to say that, and a lot of what he says to the media, and, you know, it's very hard to beat them. They're a smash mouth team, and, you know, this is like I said, it's going to be a very, very good test.
Is there a key, Julian, that you guys have to, you know, execute to beat that type of approach?
That's the word. We got to execute.
I'll follow up with one more, if that's okay. You played a lot, 87% of the snaps last year. Okay, in the first game this year, it wasn't like a full load for you for whatever reason. But I'm just curious, like, does that help you? Do you feel fresher, or like, how do you feel about, you know, the number coming down a little bit from maybe what we saw in the past?
You know, I'm just happy to be out there playing and trying to contribute to my team. And when they ask to use me, I'm going to be out there to go. So, you know, I don't really think about, you know, the percentage of snaps that I take. I just worry about the ones that I do to go out and try to get my assignment and you know, make a play. So that's what I'll be thinking about, Mike.
Chelsea McDonald, followed by Evan Lazar.
Hi, Julian. I know the Patriots always preach control what you can control, but are you at all concerned about the air quality in Seattle? I know that the Mariners are moving their series this weekend to San Diego. So I was just curious to see if you were at all concerned about the air quality with all the wildfires that are going on up there.
I haven't really thought about it. I'm sure if we play there, the National Football League will take a lot of measures just to make sure it's safe for us. So I have trust in the league and what they prepare for games or whatever. So I won't be thinking about that. So it's terrible that those are going on. My native state and also up there, and it's just it's crazy.
Next question, Evan Lazar, followed by Nick Coit.
Hey, Julian, following Alan's lead and say Happy New Year to you as well. And I just wanted to ask you, I know you don't want to give away any secrets, but since the start of 2019, you lead the entire league in receptions on crossing routes. Actually, I don't know if you knew that one, but I was just wondering what it is about those crossers that you feel so comfortable running and what makes you so productive on those types of routes.
I think, it has a lot to do with, the throws, the flow of the game, and kind of just having a feel out there for it. So, that's a tough one to answer. I just honestly go out there and run to try to get open, and sometimes they're across the middle, sometimes they're not, and, that's what we do sometimes, I guess. That's a tough one to answer.
I figure it would be. I just have one quick follow-up for you. You obviously played Seattle a couple of times in your career, but watching them on tape now, does this defense look similar schematically to what you saw in the past, or are they doing new things now?
I mean, with the addition of Adams, they've definitely incorporated some different things here and there. But this team, they go out and they play hard football the way they play, and it gets the job done a lot of the time. So, I'll prepare for both, and that's kind of how we do it around here. We'll try to prepare for as much as we can, and go out and see how it goes.
Thanks, Julian.
No problem.
Nick Coit, followed by Mike Reese.
Thank you, Stacy. Hey, Julian. Just wanted to ask you, I know it's tough that we're in the situation we're in with the pandemic, but to go to Seattle and not have to deal with the 12th man, do you feel fortunate that you'll be able to avoid that factor this weekend with the Seahawks team, especially in that environment?
I'm gonna have to say I kind of wish they were there. I've never got to play there. I've missed out on a couple of trips over there. I actually went to a game back in like 2004 when they went to the playoffs. I went to a playoff game once to experience it, but I never got to experience it on the field. The energy of the crowd is a huge part of this game, and the fans are a huge part of this. It's always fun going in and going to places that you don't necessarily go to as much, and seeing what kind of fan base they have, and seeing the outfits and the gestures and the words and the signs. I mean, I enjoyed that. I was a fan once when I was a kid, and that's a huge part of our game. So I think it's going to be unfortunate that we won't have fans, but I think the communication will be easier.
Two final questions, Mike Reese and Chris Ryan.
All right. Julian, that was actually going to be my question because I saw you didn't play in that game in 2012. You just answered it. So I'll just say Happy New Year, and we'll move on to the last one.
Happy New Year, Mike. Hope you have a good one, man.
Last question is Chris Ryan.
Hi, Julian. Obviously, 2020 has been such a year of change for everybody, and Patriots obviously included. What has it been like for you at this stage of your career to have this type of change from within the organization, given there's been such consistency in the past, and has it helped you in some ways to have new things to be working towards?
Definitely. I think it's exciting. Each year has its own little differences, and there's a lot of turnover in the National Football League on every team. I mean, obviously it's been different with ours with the quarterback position, but it's been exciting to go out and see this team and see how it grows, and to go out and practice hard with them. And that it's football. So at the end of the day, I'm playing it since I was 8, and going out and enjoying it the best I can, the most I can, and taking as much as I can from the game. So, I think it's been very exciting.
Thank you very much, Julian.
Do you have like a good mic? You have a good mic or something. You sounded like you're on the radio. Or Chris Ryan. That was a good mic. Good acoustics in the room you're in.
Thanks, Julian. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, Jules.
All right, guys.